Hello, everyone. I think we're still expecting a few more people to join. It's 5 minutes past, and we are still getting more people. So can we like give a buffer of another 5 minutes, everybody? Okay? All right. Okay. I'm glad everybody's saying okay. So I can see good number of people. We have 35 people here. So let us let the others come in, and in 5 minutes we kick off. Seems like not many people are now coming. It's invites have stopped coming in. Guys, so I think let us start with today's session. Everybody ready? Is everyone ready? Can I see some faces, please? If you guys can open your cameras. Okay, I can see Rimaniza with her thumbs up. Thank you, darling. Okay, so we're gonna start with the session today. So, hi, everybody. Welcome to today's exciting forum titled Immersive Technologies in Industry 4.0, Unlocking Value with AR, VR, MR, and Digital Twins. So, as we stand at the forefront of the fourth industrial revolution, immersive technologies such as augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality, and digital twins are no longer distant visions of the future. They are rapidly becoming essential tools that drive productivity, enhance collaboration, and foster innovation across diverse industries. Now we go into today's key question, that is, how are these technologies truly transforming operations on the ground? How can we move beyond the hype to implement solutions that deliver measurable, tangible value in real world scenarios? That's the journey we are about to undertake together with our amazing speakers that are there. We are privileged to be joined by a panel of distinguished speakers, each bringing deep expertise and practical experience in deploying immersive solutions across manufacturing, training, operations, and digital supply chain. Let's explore how immersive technologies are unlocking new levels of efficiency, intelligence, and competitive advantage in Industry 4.0. With that, we are going to move on to the overview, or in other words, we call it the synopsis. So when we talk about the synopsis, people know the industries are moving, everything is evolving, landscapes are evolving. Now, with immersive technologies becoming central to operation excellence, workforce development, and digital transformation, this 3-hour webinar explores the strategic application of thorough practical insights and global case studies where the participants will discover how these technologies drive measurable improvements in productivity, quality, training, and collaboration. With that, we are going to move on to understanding the core capabilities of AR, VR, MR, and digital twins. Explore real world use cases across manufacturing, automotive. Guys, just let me stop for a bit. I think there are people at the lobby coming in. We still have more people. So, guys who have just joined in, we have just started the introduction and we are just discussing on the objectives of the immersive technologies. Now, we were at the understanding the core capabilities of AR, VR, MR, and digital twins. Explore real world use cases across manufacturing, automotive, and supply chain. Highly measurable outcomes and return on investment, that is ROI from immersive technologies adoption. Discuss integration strategies with IoT, AI, and enterprise systems. Enable participants to evaluate and plan scalable immersive deployments. Now, with that, people are going to be asking, okay, what's going to be the outcome? What am I going to be benefiting from that? What is going to be the next step? So, the outcome for this is very interesting because you will be able to differentiate between AR, VR, MR, and digital twins in industrial contexts, gain exposure to proven use cases and deployment strategies, learn how immersive technologies can enhance safety, quality, and efficiency. At the same time, discover integration opportunities within Industry 4.0 roadmaps, that is, identifying practical next steps for adoption and pilot implementation. This is where our next sector of speakers is going to come in, where speaker number one, Dr. Lam, he is going to be talking about the augmented reality in manufacturing. Dr. Lam, can we have you say hello to the team? Dr.
Hello,
Lam?
hello.
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Lam from the UKM.
Yes. And then speaker number two is going to be Professor Shah, who is going to be speaking about virtual reality for industrial training simulation. Can we have Professor Shah saying hello to everyone?
Hello everyone. Good morning, Dubai. Good afternoon, Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore, Indonesia.
Yes. Actually, Dr. Shah said a very good thing. We are in different time zones right now. One place is morning, one place is afternoon, but no worries. We are all here to learn and we are all here to empower ourselves with immersive technologies today. Thank you, Dr.
Definitely.
Shah.
Right.
Then we will be having speaker, one of our main speaker, that's going to be Dr. Imran, who is going to be giving us a session on the real world wins at intersections of AI, MR, AR, and metaverse in Industry 4.0. Dr. Imran, are you there? Can you say hello to the team? I think Dr. Imran will be joining in a few minutes. No worries. So, guys, without wasting much time, we are going to allow the first speaker for today. Dr. Lam, can you please introduce yourself and we can get into the topic for the augmented reality in manufacturing, please.
All right. I'll try to share my slide. Okay. Okay, testing. Could you guys see my slide?
Yes.
Dr. Lam, it's blank right now. If you could just yeah, now we can see your slide. Good to go.
Okay.
We can see your slide. Good to go. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Kira, for the introduction. It's my honor to inviting me here to have a talk in the augmented reality in manufacturing. Okay. So this is a little bit more about me. Basically, I am the researcher from the UKM, and I'm also the head of the mixed reality and progressive lab, which doing the research on the VR, AR, and also the human computer interaction research. At the same time, I'm also the head of the industry and community partnership in the FSM UKM. Basically, it's the unit that manage the internship. So if anyone have the internship opportunity for the student, you can contact me. I'm also the member of the my HCR US and also the SL Association in Malaysia. Okay. So a little bit outline for the today topic. So first of all, I will try to introduce the reality and virtuality continuum so that we can understand the VR, AR, MR, and also the XR technology. And then I will give you some use case and also talk a little bit about the near future of the augmented reality technology. Okay, so let's go to the first topic. Imagine that we have the line here. On the left-hand side, we have the physical information, which is the real-world environment. In this picture, you can see we have the desk and also the laptop on front of you. And the right-hand side, you're going to have the virtual information, which is the computer-generated information. So when you are here, when you are the fully virtual information, we call it as the virtuality. As example, in this picture, you can have the meeting with other user in the virtual reality environment. All the information is the virtual, the avatar is the virtual. So when you have something more physical information and less virtual information, we're combining the physical and also the virtual information together, you're going to have the augmented reality technology. So in this case, you can see some of the virtual content like the Google Calendar, website, and also the WhatsApp application inside the AI environment. And if you have a little bit more of the virtual information and less physical information, then you're going to have something called augmented virtuality. For example, you are in the virtual reality environment, then the application show you the keyboard for you to typing and put in more input for the text input. Okay, so sometimes you're going to this will be the good example to show you the switching between the AR and VR software. Sorry, can you hear the sound? So here you can see the virtual and also the physical information. And then this will be the fully virtual with the VR technology. And we'll start typing the keyboard including the augmented virtuality. Right. I just want to double confirm. Can you hear the video sound?
Yes, yes.
Dr.
Okay.
Lam,
Yes.
we could hear the video sound, but we couldn't hear you. We couldn't hear you what you are saying. So if you could repeat that, please.
Okay. So here you can see the video is switching the environment for the meeting. So here you can see the virtual information. Okay, you have the physical table and also laptop, and then these three application is inside the virtual environment. So when combining these two, you can see this is AR. And then the user is trying to switch to the virtual reality environment to have the meeting. So all you can see is the virtual information here. That's why it is in the VR mode. And then the user try to key in something to the chatbot, the VR app, able to show you the keyboard along with your hand so that you can easily type in the text. So this is how the switching working between the AR, VR, and also the AV technology. All right. So sometimes you also hear about the mixed reality. Okay. So the mixed reality term is referred to the somewhere between the physical information and also the virtual information. So the mixed reality is cover the augmented reality and also the augmented virtual reality, but it didn't cover the virtual reality. So if you want to have the term that cover the virtual reality, you will see the term extended reality, so XR. So XR is cover the virtual reality, augmented virtual reality, and also the augmented reality. So this term is quite powerful. So when you say extended reality, it's basically cover all three technology. Okay, then we go a little bit further information about the augmented reality. So the augmented reality have three key elements. First, you need to combine the real and the virtual information so you can see the real physical environment and also the virtual information together in the same time. And then you can interact them with in the real time. The virtual can be interact. And third element is what we call is register in the 3D. So meaning the virtual object appear in the fixed location. Normally involve some tracking method. The AI able to track the marker, image, or the physical object, or the GPS, or the physical environment. So the classic example will be the Pokemon Go. So for this example, you're going to see the Pokemon, the virtual Pokemon will be stay on the floor. Whenever you move on your phone, the Pokemon will be at that place. So this one is the tracking technology that have to track the physical environment. Where you can run your augmented reality application of the technology, we have three main platforms. You can run the AR in the smartphone, okay, just like the Pokemon Go, and you can run on the head-mounted display or some smart glasses. And you also can use the projector to project the virtual information to the user. So these are the three main platforms that you can utilize for the AR technology. A little bit about the display technology we have. Basically, the AR is not something very new. Actually, we have the research in 1968, which the researcher of Ivan Sunderland come from the University of Utah, USA, which create a device called Sword of Damocles. So you can see this is the first kind of the HMD device for the VR or the AR display. After that, I will skip a lot of information between the 2020 and also the 1968. Basically, 2015, you can see the Google have come out some smart glasses, which is called Google Glass. You have small display at the top of the glasses, and you can interact with the touch interaction and also the voice command. After that, we have the enterprise level device for the industry. So this is the HoloLens one and also the Magic Leap. The HoloLens one is from the Microsoft and also the Magic Leap is from the Google itself. So these two devices is targeting on the industry, which normally apply in the manufacturing, healthcare, and other type of industry and so on. So both of the device is have two version, upgraded version. Like 2019, we had the HoloLens 2. 2023, we had the Magic Leap 2. So the upgraded version, just mean the better device. And another good devices is the rear-wheel navigator, something like the smart glasses of the Google Glass. But this rear-wheel navigator, you have the texture one verified. So meaning say that this device can be used on the hazardous environment, which like something like the oil and gas platform. This one will be the safety proof. And nowadays, we're looking for the device that is more socially acceptable by the public. So the classes will look like a normal spec, like what we wear in the real life. So as you can see, this is the common classes nowadays, which can run the augmented reality application. So it's more stylish, more modern. Okay, let me show you how far we have during the 1968. So from this video, you can see the researcher is have to move a head around to control the SMD, and the SMD is connected with the some of the physical mechanism to track the position. And what you can see in the device actually just the line and cube to visualize the virtual cube. So basically, this is the first version of the AR SMD device. So next, I will give you some of the use case that use the AR technology in the industry. If you think back about the advantages of the augmented reality, what AI is good at is when you want to visualize the spatial data, which is related to some of the XYZ information, 3D information, When you want to visualize some hidden information is like you want to visualize the water pipe at the wall or the electrical pipeline inside the wall. So that is something information inside the building you can visualize. Some extra information, maybe like the climate change topic in the education, the chemistry compound in the chemistry topic, and you have some procedure information like the assembly, you have step-by-step procedure, you want to show it, then you can use the AR. And lastly, you might want to show the data into the multiple panel or the multiple view. So meaning say that you have the like the example we see is right now we have 3, 4 apps, then we can see it in the AI environment in one glance. So the AI technology can give you multiple data, multiple graph information in the same application. So based on the benefit or what the strong side of the AI technology is what the typical use case that used in the industry. First of all, data visualization. So when you have some machine or equipment that have data, the real-time data which is connected to the IoT, then you can visualize the information. And maybe you have some building information modeling. You can use it to display the structure of the building, including the wiring and so on. AI is also good in the training. We study the knowledge retention or knowledge gain. Sometimes the AI will get more knowledge retention than the traditional method. Sometimes it's equally good with the traditional method. So whatever it is, what is confirmed is user is more enjoyable if you use the VR AR training. And third, you have the remote support. So remote support, just like right now, we are talking about with each other on the Microsoft team. Then actually we also can use the cooperative or modularity to do the remote communication or the support. The advantage is we can visualize the 3D model, and then the expert guy can guide the tech support lah, using the audio, video, and also the annotation via the AR mode. So this is something called like the cooperative task or the remote support. We can take a look on some of the publication we have. And fourth, we have the inventory or logistic management. So this one is like we want to take some inventory from the warehouse, then we can show the asset location to the worker that, and then guide them to the location to pick up the stock. Or the AI is also used in the assembly, okay, the step-by-step guides. And if you want to have some SOP verification of the equipment or some inspection of the equipment, then it's quite convenient if you're using the AR technology. This will be considered as the first industry use case of the augmented reality technology. And also it is where is the AR term come from. Basically it's from two of the former foreign researchers, is the Thomas Cloutier and also the David Niset. They coined the augmented reality term. And during that time, we have the AR application for the wire harness assembly application. So at this picture, you can see the user is wearing the SMT, and also they are doing some of the wiring harness assembly tasks using the AR technology. I cannot find back the video for this application, but nowadays we do have the industry using the AR technology for the wireless assembly. So I'm going to show you. So you can see they have this one is the virtual overlay. They're pointing some light using the projector, then to show the connector. And then they have another light to guide the worker to do the wiring. So this is using the projection type of the AR. So this one also can be applied into the car assembly or even the aircraft assembly. Instead of visualize here, they will visualize directly on the aircraft itself. So next, we have the data visualization for the factory or the machine. So this is the working environment for the manufacturing. Then when you getting closer to the equipment, you will see the some of the dashboard and the panel coming up. So you can visualize the some of the data, the productivity, when to do the maintenance, or maybe the scheduling and so on. And here you see this machine requires some maintenance because they're highlighting here. Then you can call the expert to help you. So you can consult the expert what's wrong with this equipment. And then if you need further action, then you can directly put in the input into the application to do like scheduling for the maintenance. Okay. Training will be another good example. Normally we have the training example into like the assembly, or you call assembly the part, or you disassembly some part. What I want to highlight here is we also can do the training for the safety.
Excavation.
So for this example, we have the multi-user training.
Of typical
so you can bring the user just
we
into
employed
the
photogrammetry technology to capture real trenches that were highly detailed and really sold the idea
so
that
here you can
the
see the
students were on an
visualization of
actual
the
job
actual
site.
side. You have all the
I
machine
could actually do
escalator and so
testing. I
on.
could say, what do you see or don't see?
And then
Is
the
this a
user
hazard,
is
yes or
you
no?
have the group
It's one
training
thing to
for
tell
this
them,
safety.
it's one thing to show them, it's another thing to let them do that.
Okay.
Excavation.
DHL, another classic example, they use the AR for the picking, item picking in the logistics.
Now the order picker can easily log in and begin picking by scanning the next available trolley. Using
this is where they
UbiMax's
start
innovative
using
user
the AR.
interface, task information is displayed clearly in front of his eyes. The trolley is also displayed graphically, so that the picker sees instantly what needs to go where. This could provide a much faster, more accurate, and user-friendly approach to order picking compared to standard paper pick lists and handheld scanners. Our first pilot proved a significant performance increase due to time efficiency and error reduction. It also received high scores from the pickers regarding user acceptance and usability.
Here at RICO, we're always looking to further improve our processes and implement new technologies.
The remote support is very useful
there was a way for
in the
employees
industry.
to work together, helping
So
solve
for example, you
problems
have the problem
in
of
real
the
time.
Wiring, the electric wiring, then the staff is start calling the expert to get some help.
This is a new vision for work. Now employees can work smarter and bring in the people they need with just a tap. They can troubleshoot, repair, and perform with confidence and speed. They can move freely, pull critical information into view, and stay focused on the task.
So this is
Their
the
hands free
annotation
to do the work.
from the expert.
This is collaborative problem solving at full speed. Your people, united across time and distance, more connected, more informed, and more efficient. Now employees can work together from anywhere. They can go there without being there. This isn't the future. This is here and now.
This will be different kind of example for the inventory technology, like you have the car assembly, sorry, car maintenance. So here you can see the car engine part where the AI able to detect the place of the spark plug, and also they're able to give you the some of the questions, what kind of tool you need it, and also the procedure, also how you open it and replace it. And some preventive maintenance tasks, right? For the example, they have the user will go to check the equipment, and then here actually you're going to see some of the checklist, and then the step to check the item, and then to remark something that is not feel correct, and so on. And you have the example for the construction or the building site. So the VR able to show you all the installation that required to do in the near future. It's also able to visualize the hidden information like just there. If this ceiling is covered, then you can see the ventilation system visualized using the AR technology. Okay, so what kind of benefit or advantage you are using the AR in the manufacturing? First of all, you're going to have the more faster inventory identification and make fewer error. And if you're able to have the maintenance, it will reduce the machine idle time and improve the efficiency. And some of the AI application are able to detect the defect of the equipment, so you will have the better defect detection. And then you can increase the safety using the training, and then you have the enhanced collaboration and communication via the remote support with the AI technology. And you have one thing is because you can visualize the 3D model, then you can bring the 3D model to the actual site. It will give you the better product design and also the prototyping for the physical product. So all kind of energy basically is driven by the Airbus. So Airbus is quite active using the AR technology.
The advantage of the HoloLens 2 in the design process is mostly in the validation phase,
so
when the designer needs
the
to know
process,
whether his or her design is really fit for industrialization. And this is hugely accelerated by 80%. On the manufacturing side, we use HoloLens 2 to enable the workers to achieve complex tasks or tasks that require an intense reading of documentation, while finally they're hands-free and they can access complex areas, they can handle heavy parts while having all the information they need right in front of their eyes. So we strongly believe that mixed reality can bring improvements up to 30% of some of our industrial tasks.
Of 2016, we remove all the paper from the plant and we implement digital work orders with tablets. But it's not only paperless, it's more than that. It's to control and manage all the production from the tablet. This allowed us to reduce the lead times and to improve our efficiency.
Digitalization is reducing time and cost for the inspection activities. And now we are able to compare the real aircraft with the mock-ups on the spot, giving the information to the expert of any issue we found and give from him the solution just in the time.
A few years ago, we started with digital orders on tablets. It was incredible chance and improvements at the way where it used to work. In February, we started work with the reality glasses HoloLens for the installation of cables in the conversion of NRDT.
We are producing at the level of 80 or 90 work orders now with HoloLens, and we plan to implement this system during this year for the 50% of our work orders, mainly electrical installation and hydraulic installations.
The advantage.
So considering that your industry or the company will have different kind of departments, so you have the talent development department, inventory, product design, production, equipment and maybe the safety department. This is how what kind of AI application then you can match back with your department. So for the training development, you can have the training AI application which able to give you the real-time skill feedback, and also you can run the multiple training at the same time with the multiple device. So for the product design, you can have the cooperative prototyping with a 3D model. For the equipment, is sometimes the equipment is down, then maybe you have the guided maintenance step that available inside the AR app. Or if it's too bigger, you can ask the expert for the remote support. Logistic inventory, we can visualize the information, the location, and also the part information to the worker. For the production, you can have the real-time data visualization and also get the remote expert assistance if required. For the safety, you can have the safety training. You can also have the real-time warning, and somehow you can visualize the escape path to the worker if something happens. So that will be what we have for the AI in manufacturing use case. Next, I will tell you a little bit more what's happening now and for the future, maybe a little bit. First, we talk about the depth displays. So you have already see the Ivan Sundaram demo. You only see the virtual point and also the cube. What we trying to have right now is we try to have the depth display, which you can change the focus level to visualize better 3D information to the user. So one of the company is called Syria. We study the display technology. Right now, they already have the display technology that can fit into the spec. And in the future, they want to make it smaller and smaller. And what do we mean is the depth display is something like this. Okay. So when you focus on the back of the panel, the back panel should be more clear than the front panel. So the focus level should be able to detect by the glasses to give you the better feedback. So this is an example of the serial company. For this example, you can see, okay, you're trying to focus on this orchid flower. You can see the orchid flower is more clear than the flower at the behind. And this is what they have.
A natural display. In 2017, we promised to bring a natural display to augmented reality. And today, I'm pleased to announce that we finally did it. Can you please change the focus on me, Karen?
Because they focus on the front.
Here you go. Thanks, because that's what it is all about. Focus. And this is not a post-production trick. This is a real footage through our AR lens. And the focus depth is not imitated. It's baked in the projected light. That's not a small thing. Our eyes need the correct focus depth for fully natural.
Right now is you have some AR class called Orient from the Meta. It's still in the prototype. So this is one of the good example is on how you combine the AR and AI. For this example, the demo from the Orient AR classes, they give you the recipe. If you have this kind of ingredient, what kind of recipe
Let me take a look at what ingredients you already have.
So they're scanning
then I can
the
put a recipe
product
together
and
for
also
you.
the item.
I found several ingredients.
So able
Let me
to
make a
detect.
recipe.
That's all right.
This one,
It
you
missed
can
the
see
pineapple, but that's okay.
pineapple is,
You don't really want that in this movie. Yeah.
They cannot detect
Deep
the
down.
pineapple.
Okay, here we go.
So from
Matcha
here,
banana
they try
boost.
to step how to
most
make
of your
sound.
ingredients.
I would do.
Food based on this ingredient. So AR plus AI will be the one of the future. I think the next two fiscal will be talk about a little bit more about that. And what about the future? So in the more future, maybe we have the AR classes that lies the contact lens. So this is the major company which developed something called major lens, which can put the display on your eyes like the smart lens. Unfortunately, this lens development have been discontinued. I mean, has been stopped because of funding issue. But they do have some of the good demo they're able to show up. So this is the output of the major lens. This is what they can display for the time being. You can see the information, and then it's in the not in the RGB format now. Okay, then you can see they have the navigation and tracking and so information. So at least we have the prototype and we're able to show some visual information through the lens. We don't know how, maybe in the near 20 years or 30 years, we can put the AR glasses into our eye directly. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr.
Hopefully you can
Lam.
get
That was
something.
a very Thank you, Dr. Lam. That was a very insightful session. Now, anybody who has questions to ask, please, from the audience? Any questions? Anybody? Okay, Dr. Lam, I have a few questions. So as you have shown us things like, I want to know what are the key benefits of AR in manufacturing compared to traditional methods?
Hello. Yes. The AR technology, the key benefit, I would say that when you require some of the 3D information or the spatial information you want to overlay on the physical object, then you can use the AR technology. So you can see the example in the slide that you have the assembly task and so on. In this case, when you mesh the virtual information and also the physical information together, it will help the user more easy to understand the location. So in that way, also will increase the speed of training and also increase the knowledge retention for the training. So if you train the new user to get to familiar with your task or for your manufacturing side. I think that will be one of the key benefit you will get from the AR technology comparing to the traditional method.
Excellent. Dr. Lam, one more question is like, can you share a real world example where AR has significantly improved production efficiency in a company? Like, for example, you shared for DHL and you shared about remote support, right? So apart from that, like now, what other companies would we have like a real world example where AR has significantly improved for them in the production side?
The A-Pass company is one good example because they utilize a lot of they utilize the AR technology in field department, right? Another example maybe will be the Toyota. They have the production line that using the AR technology to guide the user, to guide the worker to assembly the car. So the automotive is quite benefit from the AR technology. In Malaysia, I think we have a company in the Penang. They are start trying to use the HoloLens to detect their electronic device defect. Okay, I think the Airbus will be the good example for us to refer.
Excellent. Dr. Lam, now we have two of our joiners who are here. One is HJ Yan. She's asked, I mean, he or she, I'm sorry, is asked, are the indicative cost of implementation for AR implementation for use case?
Yeah,
what are the indicative cost of implementation? Yes, please.
Yeah, that is a very good question. I always compare the AR technology with the web technology or the mobile device. So the AR certainly will be more expensive than that two technology because you have the additional thing like the 3D model and also the specific hardware like the HoloLens or the Magic Leap for the enterprise level. So the cost will be the human resources to create the digital content in the AI use case, and also you need to have the additional device for the mixed reality device like the HoloLens. For us, maybe the SME, you want to try the AR inside the manufacturing. Actually, we can rent the device from certain company to try and to develop some use case for 1 month or 2 months, so that you don't have to buy the actual HoloLens, but they can rent to you, so that you can have the trial to see how the AR technology to fit into your situation. So that will reduce the cost a little bit for you to start trying to implement the AR technology.
Excellent, Dr. Lam. Second question we have from Sandilian asking, how can AR or VR improve productivity and reduce downtime on the shop floor?
Okay. So some example, the video example I give you is like the worker able to assembly the wire or assembly the aircraft or even the assembly the car using the HoloLens.
Yes.
When you want to refer multiple information, because we cannot remember everything, so we can use the HoloLens for the devices to show the PDF file or the video file about the product. At the same time, if you after you visualize it into that situation, you're still not able to complete the task, you can have the remote support from the experts. So that will be the how AR can help you to reduce the downtime or improve the assembly task or improve the productivity in the manufacturing sites. Otherwise, you need to bring a lot of the paper into the site, or you bring a handphone, or you bring a tablet to refer. But when you have that situation, you need to one hand holding the paper or one hand holding the devices. But you have the HoloLens, then you can have a hand free. You can use your full hand to focus on the task, and then just use some speech command to navigate the document or the video information. So that will how you can improve the productivity.
Excellent. Dr. Lam, since you talked about SMEs, so how can SMEs with limited budgets start implementing AR? Any thought on that? How can they start implementing AR when they don't have so much of budget?
Yeah, that will be one of the main concern of the SME. That's why
Yes.
I know. First of all, maybe you can try the smartphone based or the tablet based augmented reality as a, the tablet or the phone as a mobile device for the AR technology instead of the Magic Leap or the HoloLens, which cost you 3,005 USD. So using the mobile or tablet will be a good start. You can try to run some the simple data visualization about the connecting the manufacturing sensor and so on to do the data visualization at the first stage. If you really interest on more complicated tasks, then you can rent the device, and also the device actually will come with some of the example of the inductive use case for you to try. So in Malaysia, we do have that company to offer this kind of service. So I believe that that will be a good start for the SME to try this technology.
Answer, Dr. Lam. Dr. Lam, one last question from one of the joinees is, how can, that's Balminder Singh, the name, how can AR or VR improve the efficiency and productivity primarily on sectors related financial services, let's say intercompany analyst, for example?
I try to answer this, but because I don't have much experience on the financial service, but I will imagine that you're going to have something called the immersive analytics. So that means that you have a lot of data you want to visualize on the in the AI environment, so you can have the multiple chart, multiple technical chart inside the mixed reality environment. At the same time, you can invite the other user to join the immersive analytic environment so that you can have the conversation together to analyze the chart together. I believe that is one of the use cases for the financial service. The keyword will be the something called immersive analytics. That you can visualize the data with multiple chart and along with multiple users together to discuss about the data chart. Hopefully,
Excellent.
that
I
will be
hope
the stopping point.
Balwinder Singh, yeah, had a good fun. Okay, Dr. Lam, thank you. I hope everyone has got their answers. And now with that, we are going to move on to Professor Shah, who will be speaking about virtual reality for industrial training and over to you, Professor Shah. Let me let you take over now.
Hello, can you hear my voice?
Yes, we can, Professor Shah. Over to you now.
All right, let me share my slide for a while. Right, I hope that you all can see my slide, yeah? Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, I think everyone from Malaysia, Thailand, and also Dubai. I've been told that you are all over the world. And thank you, Miss Akilah Kausar, and also Dr. Lam Meng Chun, Dr. Muhammad Imran Shawar, the CEO of Datalitika. Okay, my name is Muhammad Shahrizal Suna from Immersive Technology Malaysia, particularly from MagicX, Media and Game Innovation Center of Excellence, Institute of Human-Centered Engineering. And our topic today is more about virtual reality for the industrial training and simulation. Okay, before we start, I would like to just short introduction related to where I'm coming from. So basically, I'm from University Technology Malaysia. We have 3 campus. I'm from the southern part of Malaysia, Johor Bahru campus, and we also have a KL campus and Pagoh campus. And Institute of Human-Centered Engineering is a combination of 4 Center of Excellence, which is MagicX, Media and Game Innovation Center of Excellence, our collaboration with National Heart Institute with UTM for Cardiovascular Engineering, and Medical Devices Technology Center, and Sport Innovation Technology Center. We are the multidisciplinary institute for research, combining experts from computer science, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, biomedical engineering, sports science, as well as psychology. Okay, we have around 6 professors, 17 senior lecturers, and together with 229 postgraduate students, including mostly PhD student and some master student by research. Okay, we are now, as we know that we are talking about 4IR, we are actually in the middle of the convergent era of industrial revolution, fourth industrial revolution. So basically, the cyber-physical system, which one of the pillar is augmented reality and simulation, which is virtual reality, and a combination of other technology that bringing up us to become more on the immersive technology, where currently AI is the pillars, the main pillars of the technology to support the fourth industrial revolution. So I'm not going to talk more about IR 4.0 because we are more focused on the immersive technology. So before this, we have major changes from the room to the head. This is about computing platform from the desktop to the glasses. So it's becoming nearer and nearer to our body, as well as previously that we have. Some of us have all this, and some of us have one of those. Yeah? And basically, if you remember, this is just to bring back you to the memory lane that we have devices for mobile phone. Yeah. So any of you have tried to hold the most left devices or mobile phone? During that time, they're not calling mobile phone or what they are calling as just automatic tele I'm not sure radio something, yeah. So on the most right is basically the one that we have now, which is introduced in 2007 if I'm not mistaken. So it's about nearly 30 years already, but it's still remaining same, but the function is becoming more sophisticated. So previously, when we go outside, or maybe when we go travel, so we bring different devices, yeah, a camera, different device, video cameras, watches, compass, GPS, calculator, and now it's all combined together in one devices that become our friend. Some of those, not only one, they have more than one in their pocket. Yeah? So what is it in the devices? So there's a lot of things actually, but some almost I mean some of us or most of us are using it just for internet purpose, but it's actually it is beyond that. It can also be become the augmented reality devices, as I mean explained by the previous speakers. And also this device can use for simulation. Of course, all the data is storage in the cloud computing system and all the integration. Even now, we can use our phone to control our smart home, yeah, smart office, smart manufacturing, and others. So back to because we are talking more on the how we use simulation or how we use VR for to get more immersive information during our teaching and learning process. So previously our classroom, this is I mean late 60s, the classroom is just like that. We have blackboard and also chalk and table and so on. So this is mostly current classroom look like. They have a projector, they have table, whiteboard, I mean speakers for audio visual and others. And during our pandemic time, 2020, these devices or this platform is becoming more popular until now. Even now, we are now on the video conference style or video streaming style. So we communicate each other faster, or we can, I mean, there is no limit of places. Yeah, so we can connect each other, we can learn each other. So we can also having a training, classes, as well as a lot of, I mean, communication through the video conference. Means that today there's this platform is nothing new. Yeah, and maybe in the future, even now, this is kind of like imagination of our communication that we can stay at the different places, but just feeling that we are very near, we are in the same room, for example. Yeah, when the metaverse is introduced, as well as the hardware is becoming faster, internet is becoming faster, hardware becoming smaller and more sophisticated and so on. And in the future, maybe the desktop, everything maybe disappear, yeah, or maybe there is still there, but there is new. As I mentioned, is when the internet is faster and hardware is becoming more sophisticated, then the data can be transferred faster. We can access to the information, I mean, easier and so on. Yeah, so that this is a part of augmented reality or virtual reality or immersive technology. So and also it's not limited to one devices only. We can also combine virtual reality devices and also video conference style, physical, yeah, and also we can use the traditional desktop style and so on. Okay, this is how fast the technology changes. Yeah. Okay, I think Dr. Lam just now have also already given definition about continuum of AR VR. Yeah. So I just want to stress here more on the extended reality, which is the umbrella terms for AR, VR. Yeah, AR is augmented reality, VR is virtual reality, mixed reality, MR, and everything between that realistic, real world as well as the virtual world. And some of the, I mean, industry as well as the academia using a different term like a digital reality, enhanced reality, immersive technology as well as digital twin. So to make it easier, so basically VR is to replace reality, and AR is to enhance the reality. So we are immersive in the virtual world, and for the AR we are improving our vision when we have a few information, a few object 3D model appear on our vision. So the concept of VR is VR I power of three, which is immersion, interaction, and imagination. So the complete virtuality need to have both the three I. So normally AR or VR we can found previously in the science fiction or in the film. Guess what film is this? I think most of us have watched this film. Which is related to how we can interact with the virtual or with the 3D model or virtual object, which is we cannot see directly without having medium. But at the some point, maybe in the future, we can just use our contact lens. We can use our glasses to see a lot of virtual information in our appearance. Yeah. So this is also related to the interaction where we want to register the 3D model, specific 3D object to the 3D environment. So related to interaction as well, when we have our new devices for VR, AR, so the interaction will be different. There is no longer dependent on the a keyboard. There's always there is no mouse. Yeah, so maybe currently still use remote control, but of course in the future we use a natural interaction. So this is a part of how we can enhance our interaction with the virtual object, with the environment, virtual environment. Yeah. So just to share with you some of our initiative related to AR and VR, which is Classroom of the Future. This is projects we have launched since 2017. The project is launched by our Minister of Higher Education of Malaysia during that time. So maybe I can just show you one of the example of the project. The sound.
Facilities to drill wells, to extract and process oil and natural gas. Besides that, it is used to temporarily store a product until it can be brought to shore for refining and marketing. Now we've arrived at the offshore. You may notice there are other several platforms around. This is Christmas tree. It is an assembly of valves, spools, and fittings used for an oil well, gas well, water injection well, water disposal well, gas injection well, condensate well, and other types of wells in petroleum and natural gas extraction. Let's get to know its parts and names. Touch the exploded view button to see the dismantled parts of Christmas tree.
All right. In UTM, we have a Bachelor of Petroleum Engineering. Okay. Normally, the student having no chance to go to the offshore. They just learn maybe through the books, through the video. And with VR, actually, we can bring the offshore to the classroom. Yeah. So this is what the idea that they can, the student can feel that they are immersive in the actual situation. Yeah. So we can save costs, yeah, we can save time, And this is the thing that is virtual reality can do for simulation and training. Okay, and also in the era of AI, let's share the video. This is a few projects that involve metaverse or VR in our center. The virtual bicycle that we challenge our own data. This is part of training, actually, training to become a good rider or a good cyclist. And also, this is for rowing, that we can use our virtual reality with the rowing machine in the gym, so that we can imagine that we can see, we can feel that we are rowing in the lake or sea. This application on how we can understand the application of chemistry.
Welcome to UTM Virtual Lab World. I'm your assistant. I can help you around. I see you've made yourself comfortable. How may I assist you?
What is UTM Virtual Lab World?
UTM Virtual Lab World is a virtual world created by Immersive Technologies Malaysia.
So this platform that we developed to one of those content is basically for Faculty of Built Environment and Surveying, which is for specifically for IBS, industrialized building system, so that before the construction of the building, the developer or the planner can view the actual building from the map. Yeah. And this is the training involved for the Tanggap. Tanggap is one of the traditional Malay style of the architecture. So we can. This is actually one of the lab activity. And for this is a welding, so that they can before they go to the real actual welding exercise, especially for TVET, so they can understand what is the actual things. Yeah, they can practice. Okay, this is actually for the nuclear technology program, which is the lab is costly as well as dangerous. So before they enter the lab, they can learn immersively from the virtual reality activity. So that save cost, save in terms of safety. And this project is basically is collaborative between MAGIX and other faculty in UTM. Okay, I think we can just. So this project basically launched by our Vice Chancellor in 2023.
With this continuous surge of efforts,
I just introduced some of our, environment. So before the student went to the lab, so they can feel, they can know what is actually the environment in the lab. Okay? So this is like a combination of the 3D or 360 panoramic view, and then they can go directly to the place where the simulation computer there, and then we can, after that we change into 3D environment, so that the student can do experiment for the simulation with the previous experiment just now, which is related to the nuclear reactor and radioactive and so on. So they are actually like a real simulation, and they can produce a numbers experiment. And this is one of those lab. So with this exercise, the student can get early information, early experience, and then they actually have to go to the real lab. This is just, getting a prior exercise. And virtual reality is also about simulation. Let's say, for example, in our cave studio or cave virtual environment. So we can, in this particular project, is a shooting, yeah? So that we can have our field of shooting, so that the training can be done for shooting or gun shooting and so on. So in a nutshell, it's basically technology versus content. The content is like a water. So we have a technology, but the most important thing to make sure that the technology is very useful is about their content. Yeah. So we drink in water. I mean, we drink water in the container or vase or a cup. But the most important thing to make it more meaningful is how we put the content itself, the water itself. So in general, the benefits of immersive technology or virtual reality or augmented reality is a safe hands practice. Yeah? It's a risk-free environment for learning. So at least the student can understand on how the environment look like, and then they can learn step by step by guidance of either guidance of the system, or maybe we, as our project, we have AI. That they can learn your style. If you are new, they can guide. If you are the repeating student, they can understand where you are stopping from. I mean, where you start, where you should start in the future. And also one of another benefit is to enhance the engagement. So of course, when the system is interactive, it's look like a real environment, a real size, yeah, so that the student can have more interactive and engaging learning experience. And also in terms of the simulation, it should be realistic as possible, so that the student can feel that this is a real experiment, so that when they go to the real real application or real environment, they have the prior experience. And of course, when we talk about remote learning, so our student can learn, like today, I'm in Johor in Malaysia, Akila in Dubai, and someone else in Indonesia. We can get together, and we can actually, when we have in so-called the metaverse environment, the teachers, the student can interact each other in the virtual world. Okay, and of course, the other benefit, the most important benefit is to have a cost effectiveness. So this is in terms of the long-term training cost. Yeah, so that of course. This either indirect or directly. Indirect means like when you have the real courses or training, you should use the real. For example, when you are having like just now the reactor, this is a real liquid or the real material. So that is you have to buy material. So when it is done on the virtual environment, is virtual. But of course, when you go to the real one, you already have, then it's less, less in terms of wasting, yeah, of the material and so on. And of course, when we do a virtual environment, we can also improve the assessment. So we can have a very personalized analytics and feedback to the student as well as to the trainers. Okay, I think this is just overall. Before I end, I just give you some of our project, and then after that we can go to the question and answer. So this is some of our project that we have in Magic X.
Magic X at University Technology Malaysia, UTM, focuses on innovating media and game-related technology. Established in 2013, the center provides experts and facilities to explore fundamental and application-level research involved in upskilling talent and developing digital technopreneurs. Moving forward, when the demand for Fourth Industrial Revolution, 4IR, is significantly increasing after the National 4IR policy was launched, our Center for the Commitment towards Realizing the Digital Revolution drive efforts to implement the 4IR agenda and leverage the transformation of technology for the socio-economic development of the people in the nation. In 2019, Magic X was recognized as an immersive tech or augmented reality, virtual reality industry, or WRD competence center under the coordination of JPT, Ministry of Higher Education, MOHE, and Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry, MIDI. As a competence center, we put our effort into 5 thrusts in a proper framework that involves research and development in immersive technology, providing a platform to serve the immersive application, upskilling the content enablers to create more immersive contents, providing certification for trainers and students, and joining industry and community to get the real use cases of 4 IR digitalization initiatives. In 2020, we managed to complete our AR/VR facilities. Our center provides a cutting-edge immersive technology facility that includes various software and design platforms, multiple headset configurations, workstations, and immersive tech resources to help researchers experiment and create innovations in a wide range of industries. We believe that worldwide recognition of certification is important. Thus, collaboration with Unity Technologies, a leading company in making game engines and immersive technology, started with Unity Authorized Training Partner and later Unity Academic Alliance for Programmer, Artist, and Game Development Certification. Furthermore, we are offering the Magic Certification Program, a stackable custom professional certification that led the participant to earn a professional diploma in the new industrial revolution. Creating an ecosystem to support development and sustainability can help the higher education institutions of engineering and technical and vocational education and training, TVET, match industrial needs and see the advantages and potential pitfalls of immersive technologies in the 4.0 industrial revolution. Thus, an ecosystem known as the TVET XR ecosystem includes 5 important elements: the technology, platform, content enablers, end users, and industry use cases. All these elements contribute towards the capacity building of IR 4.0 instructors and talent at higher education institutions, including universities, the Center for Instructor and Advanced Skill Training, CAST, polytechnics offering courses related to IR 4.0 to industry and academia for upskilling instructors and students, and increasing new research collaborations.
Yeah, just one of the some of the project. Actually, and we get involved together with partners for the project. The pipeline. So we have you. One is not so much on the RBR, but is more on the HSSE. Yeah, okay. Okay, I think that's all for our for session today. Thank you very much, and back to Mrs. Akila.
Thank you, Professor Shah. That was a very insightful session, and I think we are going to go into a 10 minutes question and answer. And everybody, if you have questions, can you please speak up, or you can put them in the chat. Okay, so we have one question, Dr. Shah, from Sandilian. The question is number 1 is what trends do you foresee in the next 5 to 10 years in terms of how industries will train and upskill their workforce using the new technology?
All right, thank you for the question. So basically, as I mentioned earlier, the trend is, for example, internet is becoming faster and hardware is becoming smaller and more sophisticated. So the digital twin, yeah, I think one of our technology that we are exploring is becoming enabler. I mean, more on the customer centric, so that normal people, consumer level, can also feeling like they can. Benefits with the digital technology, especially for the industry. However, I think as for today, VR and AR is still not yet becoming very mass, usage to the, customer, consumer level. So I think with in the future, let's say for example, the VR, headset is becoming smaller and becoming more affordable, as well as we can use the VR application, content becoming more developed by many others, and also the we call it as a content development of VR or content development is becoming easier, so that even teachers in the school can also develop their own content. Yeah, just as an analogy, previously to develop video is not easy as today. Yeah, previously, let's say for example, 10 years ago, to make a video is very difficult. I mean, we have the expert only to develop video, but now even the children can, create a video, so that the platform is there, the hardware is ready, and also the content can be everywhere. So it same comes to, this is also predicted by PwC, if you can refer, the next future of the technology is an immersive technology. So meaning is that, if you get prepared, this is the the future, or is the future is now. Yeah, actually. All right.
Thank you, Professor Shah, for the good answer. And now the second question from Sandilyan again is, how can Malaysia position itself as a regional leader in tech-enabled learning, especially in sectors like manufacturing or automation?
All right. I think to become leader, Malaysia, I think as a general in terms of technology, we need to collaborate. Yeah, we need to collaborate with the other country, as well as other giant, manufacturer, especially because I think Malaysia is in terms of world is a small country, but in terms of talent, we having a lot of talent, so that when we are collaborate with the other country, especially for the manufacturer country. Yeah, so I think that is a main point of how we can stand up, stand together with other countries as well. And to become a leader, basically we need to focus. Yeah, we need to focus on what we are doing. We need to use our strength. For example, in the field of immersive technology, in the field of especially on the creative technology. So basically, we have a talent. We can promote our content, our local content with the global, what you call it, global tone or global inspiration, so that we can also becoming leaders on the technology as well, especially on the immersive technology. Okay, in general, basically the how we can contribute to the global is basically on the content development. Yeah, then we can collaborate with others as well. Yeah, hope that answered. Yeah.
Thank you, Professor Shah. Now there is the Lo here. Lo is asking that, first of all, Lo is saying he agrees with most of what you shared and very enlightening, and he's saying thank you. The question Lo is asking is, well, I don't see most SME embark or embrace the technology so easily due to cost mostly, and but more importantly, the mindset, not to mention up to VR or AR technology level, but most are not even up to IR 4.0, Industry 4.0, mostly Industry 1 or 2. What advice could you give to SME owner, operators, and manufacturers to change their mindset to embrace the next level?
All right. Thank you, Mr. Low, for the question. I think it's very timely question, yeah, related to the how we can, encourage the SME especially to go for the, IR. He said it's not even IR 3.0. To be fair, most of the SME currently already have go to the digitalization. Yeah, only a few. But of course, to go for the IR 4.0, still not yet. But I think we are coming with the government policies as well as the digital transformation. There is a lot of digital transformation activities having done in the country globally. Yeah. So basically, in general, I think VR AR is the top, the peak of the technology currently. But of course, to prepare to that, we are, my suggestion to SME especially, don't look at the hardware, look at the content that you have. Okay, it can be done now, not only with the hardware, but also can be done on the even desktop. Yeah, the most important thing is the data that you have. Yeah, so that you can, especially in the era of AI now, the combination of your local data and then with the AI, with the information that the workflow that you have, I think that can be changes into future. And I think for the SME, there's a lot of opportunity to learn, unlearn, relearn, to your talent, especially to accept the technology with the ecosystem, the correct ecosystem. I think the government is also having support on this initiative, this technology changes initiative on the digital transformation as well. So I think just the matter of time, the matter of encouragement, and of course, you need to believe that in the future, the SME can only work with the technology. For those who are left behind, for those who are not believing on this technology, you will be left behind. Yeah, I hope that can answer the question. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Shah. Now, one question from my side, which is like, how does VR improve training effectiveness compared to conventional classroom methods?
Okay, thank you, Akila, for the question. And I think based on the previously, I just present a few content on the VR. Yeah. So basically, the effective. This is actually the prior experience, the prior information to the learners or to the student or train for those who are joining the training. So, for example, welding. Yeah, just to pick up one example, welding. So, of course, you cannot only rely on the virtual welding. Yeah, but for those who have tried the virtual welding training, they can reduce the risk when they go to the real activity. Yeah, they can also, welding, sometimes they use, metal, so they can save some metal, and then they can understand by having the practical experience virtually, and then they can go to the real world. So that, I think, that can save a lot, in terms of cost, and also it's kind of like a shortcut of the experience. Whether if you just training with the real environment, or real metal, everything is kind of like you learn by trying, uh, by doing. But when you trying by doing in the virtual world, is kind of like more effectiveness from my point of view, with the guidance of the assistant, virtual assistant, and you can repeat and repeat as many as possible to that particular exercise. So that can be, simplify. It's the same thing happen to other type of training, especially when we talk about TVET.
Thank you, Professor Shah. Excellent session and great answers. Now we will be moving over to our last speaker of the day, who is Dr. Muhammad Imran Sarwar, who is the CEO of Dataletica. Dr. Imran is going to be talking about immersive intelligence, real-world wins at the intersection of AI, AR, and metaverse in Industry 4.0. Dr. Imran, over to you.
Okay, thank
Dr.
you,
Imran.
Akila.
Thank you, thank you, Professor Shah. Dr. Imran, are you there?
Okay. Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, Dr. Imran, we can hear you and we can see you. Over to you, Dr. Imran. The CEO of Datalytica is now going to be with us.
Thank you very much. Let me share my screen. So firstly, I'm very grateful to all of you for looking into the webinar of Metaverse. So I'm looking into the charting the industrial metaverse strategic blueprint for innovation, collaboration, and also transformation. So metaverse is something which is really transforming the industry. I believe that Dr. Moon and also Professor Cheryl have explained about the augmented reality and other technologies. My one is more on the leadership level in terms of transformation, especially utilizing the metaverse, which is really transforming the industry, whether it's a manufacturing, automotive, supply chain, healthcare. But today we will be more focusing on manufacturing. So when we are looking into the transformation, I will skip that. Uh, we are looking into different Industry 4.0 technologies, collaborating with each other with the lean practices and sustainable practices, transforming the industry towards AI. And the value creation are usually in terms of RODI, which is return of digital investment. For any initiative that we would like to do, we always start with the design thinking, lean startup, agile, and Six Sigma. Now, today we will be discussing more on augmented or immersive technology part that are transforming the manufacturing, because these people process technology is making the factory more smarter in terms of increasing the forecasting accuracy, design engineering costs, inventory, holding costs, machine downtime, and so on. So just one slide in terms of introduction. We have a virtual reality, which is a virtual or digital world that we have, and we fully enclose in synthetic experience. In terms of sense and the real world, we are having a virtual reality similar to digital twin. Augmented reality is a real world with a digital information overlay, and when we merge them, it becomes merged reality. And there are many industrial use cases for augmented reality. So I will start with augmented reality and move towards metaverse. When you wanted to have a stock and inventory management in the manufacturing, we have a use case for route guidance, gamification process, vision guided picking, barcode scanner, and also logistic warehouse info overlay. We are using augmented reality. For example, instead of scanning the item, you can use the augmented reality visuals, and wherever you see, you can scan. So it is much more faster. Prototyping, if you want to do some industrial digital prototyping, so we can able to increase the speed of approval and also real-time display adjust prototype in 3D. And then if you are looking into training, which Professor Sharil was just now mentioning, is also an important area for immersive technologies and augmented reality in terms of real-time training, instruction overlay, reduce needs for the training supervision. Because when you are going to the industry, you have to learn about particular machines or process. And they are thick manuals or books, and they are quite much boring. But augmented reality, you can able to translate and transform those books into a digital or 3D model-based animation with a step-by-step guide, which is called gamification. And right now, we are doing marriage between augmented reality and artificial intelligence to also assist and facilitate the industrial stakeholders to leverage on artificial intelligence for recommendation and also faster development of the AR or immersive technology models. And then security and safety, we are looking into ESH or HSE inspections and also looking into security info injections. And then also work and assembly instruction can be done in the form of augmented reality gamification and real-time analysis. I will skip that. So when we are looking into metaverse is transforming industry because it has process. Those processes, how you interact with the customer. Now, the customer in the industry can be internal stakeholders. They can be a people in a lean department, your next department that you are producing something for them. And that customer-centric approach is basically part of Industry 5.0, where humans and machines has to work, or human or AI needs to work, or human intelligence or artificial intelligence needs to collaborate. So first step is on how you interact with the customer to understand their need and problem, then what product and services you offer, and how you make and distribute them, and how your work is being performed, and at the end, how you are looking into run and operating the business in a all more augmented and automated manner. So when we are looking into that, there are many technology capability of industrial metaverse. I will make it zoom in. So in the form of interaction using immersive technologies or augmented reality, human machine interface HMI technologies are being used for bidirectional flow of data between humans and machine and human. I want to give an example. If humans are doing something, they are producing the data, send those data to the artificial intelligence enabled ecosystem. So AI, whether it's machine learning or deep learning or NLP or LLM based or SLM based ecosystem or agentic mechanism, they are looking at the data and transforming and predicting or giving recommendation and giving the result back to the human. So that's why it's bidirectional. And those interaction model can be implemented using augmented reality, virtual reality, or merged reality headset that can able to help us in terms of interaction. So human can interaction with AI through metaverse, augmented reality, or virtual reality. Number two is on industrial metaverse platforms. So there are many platforms available. That platform has to be open platform because open platform will give you a visibility of source code so you will able to improve it. And it has to have an interoperability between different technologies and use cases that you can able to implement in the industry, whether it's manufacturing, automotive, and supply chain. Industrial system, you need to have another component of industrial system of robots, sensors, and actuators, and digital twin. Digital twin is part of the metaverse where you are looking into ultimately aggregation of hundreds of different interconnected digital twins. So for some of the people over here, digital twin is something which is a replica of a physical. So if you have a physical factory, it has an exact replica in a digital format. So if you change something in a physical, it will affect on digital. If you change something in digital, it will affect on the physical factory or organization. So as part of a digital twin replica, you need to have a physical system, people, core business process, and supply chain. We are looking into sensors and actuators responsible for producing the data, sending the data to the edge gateway to the cloud where data is being managed over there. And then you have a data ops. So data ops is where you are having a process of data governance to clean the data, to transform the data, to manage the data into data lake house, data warehouse, data mart before you are going for AI ops ecosystem, which is for machine learning operations, deep learning operations, and also LLM ops, which is LM, large language model operations. Another component for your metaverse implementation in the industry is on the software infrastructure layer, where the data is already collected, transformed, and it is being given as a data ingestion to your AI-enabled ecosystem for better scaling, rendering autonomous decision making. That will be a part of important parameters to run your simulations and also immersive experience where you're getting out of it. Development tools are there for the replica, and also we are using blockchain, distributed ledger technology, and Web3 to enable the operative core for digital interaction and ownership. So whenever you wanted to have a digital interaction, Metaverse will able to assist and facilitate in this regard. Now, for all those things that you wanted to collect the data from different assets, for the data processing, for artificial intelligence enabled ecosystem, you require two things. IoT, physical asset, sensors require connectivity, and then data management, data saving, data transformation, and artificial intelligence model training, testing, and deployment monitoring require computing powers. So that's why you are having those components. So in to run a metaverse, you need to have this kind of experience where the baseline is hardware, software, industrial system, industrial metaverse platform, and interaction based on that. Okay. Now, for global perspective of metaverse revenue is projection is getting higher. So I believe my humble suggestion is that whenever you want to explore a new technology, you should create an MVP. POC is very simple. MVP is using the original data and then also a little bit integration with your system or process. So you can able to have a very good ecosystem to monetize in the form of ROI, which is in the 3 to 6 months, for example, in your MVP case. So consumer metaverse, which is virtual space revenue, is increasing as you can able to see. And the industrial metaverse, which is a combination of digital twin and simulation and industrial XR revenue, is also increasing. So does the revenue for the enterprise metaverse. So metaverse is transforming different industrial sector. Automotive sector, healthcare, energy, and industrial manufacturing. Now, if you look into the numbers over here, CAGR, which is annual accumulative growth rate, is quite much higher in the healthcare right now because healthcare is transforming much more rapidly because the ROI is to forecast a disease or reduce the fatalities. And then the second is, as you can see, is in energy sectors and also in the automotive and manufacturing. The goal for this webinar, for my case, is on the industrial manufacturing where I come from. So what will be the value creation that you can do in the form of immersive technology, especially the technologies like augmented reality, digital twin, and metaverse? We are looking into different stack in the industrial manufacturing. So first thing is on the talent and learning. So when you want to train, educate factory workers to learn about manufacturing process that is now using hyper connected ecosystem of IoT enable asset that is sending the data. Those data can be structured data, which is machine data, semi-structured process data, or unstructured data in the form of video or images of different process. You need to have equipment in an environment which is safe and controlled environment. So you can use in the first step on the talent and learning because it will be more interactive. You can add gamification and you can also give a recommendation of the learning process by using artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, NLP, and also LLM. The next step is on the boundless collaboration. A boundless collaboration is a collaboration without borders. So when we talk about communication in a physical environment, you may have a wall. But when you're talking about digital communication in any media, there is no boundaries. So you can communicate with people in anywhere and anytime in different geographical location. So shared virtual space allow and engineers and designers to collaborate and ideate and prototype. Like for example, in my company case, there are some people in Thailand, some are in UAE, some are in Malaysia, for instance. So in that in that boundless collaboration, distance doesn't matter, but communication and collaboration does. So Metaverse can able to assist us in terms of collaboration for ideation, brainstorming, and collaboration of a product and design. And that design can be collaboratively done on the Metaverse or digital twin simulations. Number three, which is one of the most critical one I found in the industrial manufacturing, is the transparency and traceability. So real-time integration of the data across different departments, whether it's HR, engineering, manufacturing, service, to improve the process efficiency and inventory usage. So when you have transparency of visibility across all of the department through descriptive diagnostic analytics, then you can able to have accurate predictive analytics. For example, inventory usage, so there will be no inventory mismatch. And then next step in the industrial manufacturing can be in the form of simulation and optimization for the enterprise using artificial intelligence, machine learning to generate synthetic data for the cost-effective robot, or simulation for physics, particles, and materials, or to create a digital twin for manufacturing plant and robot equipment. Digital twin is helping us a lot. Before we do the investment in terms of physical, we can have a simulation that we can able to gauge whether the particular initiative that we wanted to transform have a good ROI or not. Next, second last level is on the deployed product management, using monitoring the factory by collecting the data from IoT and then transforming it. Last is on the hyper customization based on CX, which is customer experience, which should be based on DX, which is digital experience, because all of your customer can have a different experience, whether it's a mobile phone based or XR or headset based. Okay. So in terms of case studies that I can able to present, I have categorized into three different regions. One is in North America, second is Europe, and third is Asia. And I put Asia as a growth market because it is transforming very fast. Asia in general is transforming much more faster as compared to the rest of the world. Now, in industrial manufacturing for value creation in metaverse, um, Citigroup, in terms of transformation, is helping uses Six Sigma or Sigma Digital Twin from future facility to improve their New York City data centers efficiency with a potential saving of 290,000 US dollars. Phillips 66 Humber Refinery introduced VR training capable of recreating a life-size, lifelike refinery environment. And to date, several of the thousand staff and contractors have been inducted, in which has become one of the world's most intensively used VR training facilities. Boeing, as you travel from the airline, commissioned a blockchain-based platform, which is called Simba, to build a fully integrated supply chain solution capable of tracking FA-18. This is a fighter jet, part on the sub-tier supplier. Because if you are even manufacturing and assembling a car, there are thousands of parts, and those parts can be from different vendors. So how you can able to have a solution based on traceability using blockchain and also augment the data. In Europe, we have ENI, which is using a digital twin. DHL Group is using extended reality and AI in US and Chile for employees to train training program and optimize the customer service experience. So customer service experience is good because when people are using the services, they would like to have a best services. And the ROI is basically to increase the productivity by 15% using augmented reality technology in warehouse. BMW initiated a 5-chain project to ensure seamless traceability using blockchain. And in Asia, as you know, China is basically disrupting everything. So China Communication Construction, which is CCC, used digital twin platform for Bentley Open Road to model 68-kilometer road corridor with 30 to 40 bridges and a budget of approximately 7 billion US dollars. So that will help force construction operator to use same model for traffic simulation and also in case of road widening requirement. Firstly, if you have a big road, there should not be traffic jam. If there is, then you need to have a simulation to how to reduce the traffic jam. And even before you construct a highway, you must need to have a traffic simulation to ensure that there will be no traffic jam or minimize traffic jam in 1, 2, or 5 years. Toyota Material Handling is also partnering with Toronto-based company to do the VR-based training and that training will be good. So I was basically thinking that the future of metaverse can be also applied in a university, and you don't need to come to the university or school. And then using a headset, you can able to have a personalized experience in terms of learning in your own pace. There are some students, for example, they are fast learner. So they don't have to wait for other to go. They can able to have a gamification mechanism with AI using virtual reality metaverse. They can able to have a much more interactive learning. So I believe that one of the opportunity for Ministry of Education and Ministry of Higher Education is to introduce metaverse-based learning, so they can able to have a more refined and creative approach for the learning, visual learning. Alibaba is using cross-border e-commerce platform Koala, which is also using a blockchain and also do simulations. Now, what would be the future value horizon in the industrial metaverse? Um, Now is basically an early adoption phase in terms of enablement. Then, which is today to 2 years time. So they are early adopter, they are enablement. I was in a headset, I was looking into a headset in which it can show you that you feel that you are in the space, or you can able to go to the Hajj or Umrah by using metaverse, where there will be a real models over there to do the training, how to do tawaf, how to do the step for Safa Marwa, and so on. So right now we are in an early adoption phase using XR, robotic, AI, and IoT. Near ecosystem maturity will be next 2 to 5 years, where we are looking into AI and robotics integration and also blockchain. And then on the next last is on the transformative capability and mass adoptions. I have taken this from Accenture. So this is a very interesting use cases that we can able to use in an enterprise level, which is defined as blue, and then industrial level, which is defined in the black in color, which is low adoption or low value realization, medium value, and high value case for now, near, and then in the future. So if now the most high value created using metaverse is on factory digital twin, immersive training, customer insight and analytics, and virtual product launch. So this is having a high value creation in terms of ROI. And then in the medium case is more on employee onboarding, interactive product demonstration, and then the low is on the town hall events and so on. This is for short term, or the medium term more is on market sourcing, immersive supply chain and networking, and also 3D product modeling. And then on the next, in the future, which is on the risk assessment, equipment monitoring and control, and smart contract as well. So using generative AI and the industrial metaverse can able to help us in terms of virtual simulated plants, product operations, supply chain, and environment. That will be very helpful in terms of accuracy and precision to help streamline the R&D operations. Tamper-proof supply chain will be helpful in terms of looking into cloud-based in collaboration data infrastructure, and then also field orientation, navigation, and learning using generative AI. Generative AI will not only helpful in terms of producing the new contents, but also looking into transforming those content to be used in a virtual environment and metaverse. Similarly, quantum computing is catching up quite much fast, so there can be an industrial emerging technologies like quantum computing to integrate with metaverse for virtually simulated plants, tamper-proof, and also field orientation. My final slide is on, second last slide is on new companies in the industrial and enterprise metaverse. So if you are someone who would like to explore, you have know about programming, MDEC, which is under Ministry of Digital, is providing a lot of grants and initiative for immersive technology. Maybe you can explore. But in the world, there are many startups for talent and learning, for boundless collaboration, for deploy product management, and also for transparency and traceability. So you can also look into those startup map where the companies are transforming in those regions. And these are just four, but they are even more. So you can able to explore as well in terms of startup phase. Lastly, for the future value horizon in the industrial metaverse, my final slide is what is a prerequisite for growth and mass adoption of industrial metaverse? Number one, you must need to know how to develop those applications. So there are immense shortage of talent in Malaysia and other part of the world. It requires high training because you need to have an equipment and also some simulations and software which are not free, and there is a resistance to change of the people and succession planning. But I want to talk even more. In many of the university, it is not been taught as a subject, and there is no FYP. So if you have a FYP of metaverse enabled application, you can simply take a grant. You can open a startup company with your supervisors, and then you can get some grant from the government, and then you can able to look into the startup ecosystem because right now there are many opportunities but less taker. Second thing is on the hardware infrastructure because when you want to process those models, it requires a good computation power, uh, and then also algorithms and models. Regulation is quite much less as compared to other technologies. Cybersecurity is a threat not only to AI and data, but also for the metaverse. Digital twin enabled smart decision is basically another ecosystem that you need to look into before proceeding on immersive technology integration. Second is on the efficient supply chain to ensure high efficiency, challenges cost in terms of quality and IP, and the last, how you can integrate. You have enormous data, you transform the data, show in a metaverse or immersive technologies, but how you can able to use artificial intelligence where data, AI, and immersive technologies can able to revolutionize not only enterprise but also industry. Okay, so I'm very grateful for your time. If there are some questions, I will be more than happy to take it.
Very good, sharp.
Thank you, Dr. Imran. That was a very good session. So, anyone in the audience wants to ask any questions? Anybody wants to ask any questions, guys? Anyone around? Okay.
So
Dr. Imran,
this
then
is
I'm gonna
still
questions. So, Dr. Imran, very good session, very educative. So, what is immersive intelligence and how does it differ from traditional AI applications?
Immersive intelligence is based on the immersive technologies and how you can able to integrate artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, NLP, uh, generative AI like Gen AI and others to create an augmented data that can be used in the immersive technology to create a landscape. How you can able to look into the real-time data which is coming to from your physical world to the digital world, and how you can able to do the forecasting to facilitate how you can able to look into the aspect of having a better learning experience by using AI gamification method for upskilling and reskilling of the people, how you can able to look into the real-time scenario by using digital twin for your factory or enterprise environment to reduce the risk. So there are immersive technologies are based on um, the data coming from IoT management, and then using artificial intelligence merging with the immersive technologies like virtual reality, augmented reality, metaverse, and XR, for example, to transform the landscape into a more holistic way. But this topic itself is quite new, and in this part of the world, there are very less deployment. So I can say that it is very much underutilized. Even augmented reality is quite old technology, and you don't need to invest heavily on the equipment. Even your mobile phones, for example, can able to use the augmented reality. But I don't know why in this part of the world there are less use cases in terms of that. So metaverse and other technologies are facilitating on immersive intelligence. So artificial intelligence, as you know, is an AI-based ecosystem with the data, but immersive intelligence is how you can able to manage not only that intelligence, but also decision making in your digital meta-oriented world to create those scenarios that will help you in your physical world or physical use cases later.
Excellent. Well explained, Dr. Imran. And there's a question we have from Norain. She's asking, what are the skill gaps we need to address to adopt immersive technologies?
Skill gap number one is you need to have creative thinking and critical thinking. Creative thinking is something to understand how you can solve a problem using technology. So one of the biggest problem right now I'm seeing is people are fitting technology to the problem or to the solution rather than it should be other way. It should be business led. Second skills that you need to have is programming. You cannot run from programming. For the digital world, for example, Professor Sharil and Doctor also can able to look into explaining you that you need to use C Sharp or Vuforia or Unity framework to develop those spaces or those environment. And then also for 3D modeling, you may be using Blender. So you need to understand there are different stack, different technologies for creating the digital world. But on top of it, you need to have a data management skills because data is coming from IoT. That requires skill set of Python programming and also cloud-based understanding whether you're using Microsoft Azure or AWS or Google to understand the database, which can be data lake, MinIO, for example, which is object storage space, data ops pipeline using RapidMiner or NIME, data warehouse MySQL base, and also that data mart to manage the data governance, and then artificial intelligence, because you are having an immersive intelligence, right? So immersive is where you are creating a virtual or digital world, and intelligence is basically on the real world data. So you need a machine learning, scikit-learn. You need a deep learning, PyTorch or Keras. Then you need to have a LLM-based models, and then also SLM-based models and AI agents as well. So it's a big stack. Previously, augmented reality was small stack, but now you can see that the stack is getting bigger. So one person cannot make a POC or MVP. So you need to have a different people. One person for immersive technology, for example, another one for the data management, another person is for mobile application, another one for AI. So you need to have a group of 3 people for your POC or MVP.
Excellent, Dr. Imran. Thank you so much. And with that, we conclude today's forum on immersive technologies in Industry 4.0. A heartfelt thank you to all our speakers, Dr. Lam, Professor Shah, Dr. Imran again, and to all of you in the audience for engaging and participating with the thoughtful questions with us. We hope today's session has sparked new ideas and deepened your understanding of how AR,
Can we
VR,
have a
MR.
Can we have a group photo as well, if you don't mind?
Yes, definitely. Before we wrap, we'd love to take a quick group photo. So if you are comfortable, please everybody turn on your cameras now so we can take the picture, please.
Good.
Yes.
Tak marah.
Everyone, can we have the cameras on? If you're not shy, please.
Okay, somebody can take the photo. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, everyone. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, one more. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And don't send the QR code. We will be sharing the screen of the QR code for a while. Then you guys can share your feedback as well. And for those in UAE, I will be sharing my contact in the chat. Please get in touch with me so we can discuss further on how we can discuss on data analytics offerings in this region, in the part of Middle East. So I'm sharing my contact details in the chat right now for all of you. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody, and what an insightful session. So happy to be in here. Thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.